Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, aka Prophet Howard, uh, and I want to talk to you about the so-called Black Manosphere. Now, before I start, let me give credit. I was watching Ringo Black Male Advice TV as normally and as usual. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, content creator. I believe in giving people credit, even though I don't always get credit. Who cares? Credit comes in many forms. Like I'm out here working right now, which working always is a blessing. But I was watching this video on the Black Manosphere, and he was talking about who is running it, and it gave me an idea for this video. Like, two of the main problems with the Black Manosphere. The main problems. These are really the main problems, but they're not the only problems. Like he said, it doesn't exist by technicalities, but it exists in the minds of people. And the two main problems that I see are the two main problems that I see with black men in general. Like, they're too thirsty, number one. They're too jealous, number two. Like he indicated in the video, which I kind of want to piggyback off of him with some of this stuff, that these guys are so thirsty. It's like the women that just bash men. Because if you think about it, the guys that talk about dating and relationships, for the most part, they might say things that an emotional person in a woman's mind, a feminist mind, are misogynist, but they don't always add insult. Most of them just give you, what their preferences are. They'll tell you what their preferences are. But when you see like a lot of the women, boy, they add insult to injury. And guys be super chatting them. Guys be thirsting after them. Guys be in their comments, flirting around with them. Shall I name a couple? Sheba 7. Even Crystal Swirls, like, guys used to be in her comments, and she bashed black men like more than practically any of them. And guys were still in her comments, still doing it. Why? Because black men see other black men as competition. They see we supposed to be working together. You know why? Like I say all the time, it's a reason why the lynching stopped. The lynching stopped because they started lynching each other. I mean, think of all the violence in the streets. Think of all the disrespect. Think of all the guys just catching guys with their women. Think of YouTube. How a lot of these guys, they won't subscribe to you. They won't, super chat you. They only want to be seen super chatting and subscribing to the known people. That reminds me, that's how I know a lot of people on YouTube are childish. Because that reminds me of high school. It reminds me of why I didn't like high school like that. Because if you notice, like in elementary school, and even to a point, middle school, like, people were more genuine. They were more friendly. I talked about on my Facebook page how when I was in elementary school, it was nothing for a new kid to become a part of the group, because we were taught by teachers, and eventually we started doing it ourselves, to be welcoming. I walk in some stores, and I'm 6'2", I'm not a fat boy. Like, I got a lot of muscle tone to me. And it's like these guys are like this. And it's not because they want to know, do they know me? It's because they're sizing me up. They viewing me as competition, opposition. And I want all of y'all to know and understand one thing. When you view other guys who haven't done anything negative or derogatory to you as black men, viewing other black men as competition, as opposition, I want you to know that you are the human version of a donkey. And that you are helping other races thrive and survive and prosper in your neighborhoods, in your communities. You're helping them. That's why you see all these foreign businesses, man. It's nothing, you can't knock them for being about their hustle, but this is why you see it. You see it because black people are too jealous of each other. Black women are disrespectful, and they don't support black men in most cases, and they'll use them to get whatever it is they're after in most cases. You can't say every case, but the cases where it's not true are so minimal that they're not even worth mentioning. And black men are too jealous and see each other as competition. And the only time you see them working together is when they are feasting off of each other and using each other. That's why you don't see like smaller content creators just coming up like that. Like, I heard one time a white content creator used the commentary, the content of a black content creator. You know what he said? He said, make sure you go over to his channel and subscribe so he can get to his 1,000 subscribers. Now, I don't hear these dudes doing that, and that's why I don't super channel. I got money, I got money every day. But why should I keep helping people that's not helping me? Why should I? And it's not your job. You're not obligated to help other people. But the money is supposed to go in a circle. It's supposed to circulate. That's what that word means. It means you give it to me, I give it to you. Not just me give it to you. Who are you? You're not no God. I don't view any of these guys on YouTube as gods. I believe in respecting people, but I don't view any of them as gods. And some of them might be like OGs, but, like they've been here, like Ringo said, when we weren't getting monetized, when YouTube been fighting against, they don't like me, man. It's obvious. And even if I didn't talk about women, they still don't like me. I've tested them out. I've made channels on all different types of subjects, including gig work, and they don't move. And YouTube is supposed to be all over the United States, all over the world, which tells me one thing. They're not putting it where people can see it. And the only time they would do that is if they don't like you. If you're not saying enough for them to delete your channel, but they don't like you, your videos ain't gonna move. You ain't gonna be monetized. I've dealt with this with YouTube. I dealt with this with Blog Talk. People think BitChute is better. I got booted out of my channel in BitChute. I can't even make BitChute anymore because I thought I could go over there and tell the truth, how it's really on my mind and heart. And they did the same thing YouTube be doing. So for the most part, like, I see a lot of black people, they'll support something if they have a motive or if it's like the popular thing. Like, but other than that, they won't. They won't. And that's how these women, man, what? You can't, listen, man, how you gonna tell me anything? You can say what you want, because what they do is when they can't beat you in an argument, they'll start trying to insult your appearance or talk about how much money that you have or don't have, which they don't be knowing, because everybody with money ain't gonna broadcast it. Some people live in rough areas where they don't need the people knowing what they got. But, they basically, how they gonna tell me anything? If you are revealing your sacred areas, I already know what type of person you are. So it ain't like you can tell me anything. Like, what you gonna tell me? But these guys, they'll support these girls. They'll super chat these girls. They'll compliment them. And I see it. I did a video on it. Guys, I listed all these characteristics of guys that have a problem with other men. A lot of guys hate other men because they ain't been around them. They've been around women their whole life. They ain't like me where I had uncles on both sides, fathers, male figures on my block that own their homes and live there, show me values, let me cut their grass and make money, all this. They ain't been around men like that, like me. So they don't know exactly how that goes. They just see men as competition. Like they see men as people that they need to outdo. You know. So those are the two main problems. Like, that's why, you know, I mean, and I got a few memberships, and you know who you are if I'm a member. If stuff go haywire with the membership, it's because I be out here working, I be busy, I need to keep better track up with my debit cards and stuff. But I'm not supporting all these dudes, man. I'm not, if you trying to teach women how to manipulate men for money, that's a black red flag with me. Like, it's not that serious, man. You come on, man. You playing both sides. Like, if you trying to teach women how to be with men, but then you trying to teach men, you playing both sides. I can't, like, you more of a snake to me, man. You more of a snake. You know how you start smelling fruit? It's because it's a snake somewhere. Like, but I'm going to close. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Those are two main problems, man. Like, me, I'm going to keep making my videos. I hope to be monetized one day, but I already know. They already know what time it is with me. The real deal. They know not to let me get out there because I'll change the world. They know that. They know what they're going to put out there. They put clowns out there. Boule agents, all these agents and stuff, they know that. But thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. I'll be making more videos. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit.